Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It's a Kevin Jackson Show. KJRadio.com. 844-551-8255. Just getting around to talking about this Vegas shooting on the heels of a ton of other things that are going on in the news. Puerto Rico. Big issues with Puerto Rico. We've got the football stuff that's still looming out there and Donald Trump dealing with those guys. And, of course, we've got the major issues. Donald Trump's introduced his tax plan and so on and so forth. I said of this shooting, there was a big collective sigh of relief that the shooter was a Muslim, but the word is not completely out on that yet, so we'll leave that there. Then the question is, well, is he a Democrat? And I'll get to that in just a bit. ISIS, of course, is trying to see if they can take credit for the man now that he's Anglo. Late-night so-called comedians are trying to link the man to Donald Trump. You know that, right? And, of course, Hillary Clinton is trying to link the man to the Russians, particularly Putin, and then linking him to Trump. And the guy who's probably most happy that Stephen Paddock shot up Vegas and created a massacre there, the biggest mass shooting in American history, I'm told, is Roger Goodell. Because he's out of the football team is now off the thing for a while. You know, the NFL and the kneeling and all these other things. And we'll get to that too, because there's some things that need to be discussed there. So one leftist tweeted, she prayed that only Trump tards were killed. That's a story that I want to talk a little bit more about. So is this guy Muslim? I don't know. There were rumors that he converted to Islam and did this. I want you to try to put you in the head of a person who says, hey, I'm going to go shoot up a group of people in Las Vegas for no reason. Which, by the way, rappers had to be perplexed because we're so used, the rappers are so used to the carnage happening outside of their concerts. And here they get the word, somebody's like, dude, in Vegas, dude just shot and killed 50 people, got 400 people wounded. And they're like, who was playing there, Jay-Z? They're like, no, man, it was a country act and a white dude. And these dudes started smoking their blunts and sipping that Courvoisier going, hey, here's to the white man. Here's to Stephen Paddock. Maybe, just maybe, Mark Lamont Hill and some of those other race pimps will actually bring up Stephen Paddock and the carnage that he created in Las Vegas at a country and western concert for no reason whatsoever, unprovoked. The other thing that was talked about was this woman that was with Stephen Paddock. And what's interesting about the story is some people say, well, she was out of the country. And then another girl said, no, that's not true. She said, this lady came up to us and she warned us that you're all going to die. Now, I don't know if this is a case of, like the wanting to be in the news so bad you just make it up. But she seemed legit. That's all I can say. But I look back on the crimes that were committed, not the crime because Officer Wilson was vindicated. But when Darren Wilson shot Michael Brown Jr. and everybody said, here, walked up to that man, shot him in cold blood. He shot him in cold blood. And it turned out to be the biggest lie. But this young girl, she's interviewed because people were writing to me, Kevin, you shouldn't be saying it, that this is what happened and all this, that, and the other. And I'm like, look. We were reporting breaking news, and somebody said that the woman, her name is Marilou Danley, was the one who was with Stephen Paddock, and that she had gone around to warn people that they were going to die. That was a tweet that came out. Then they shot video of a girl who said, yes, a woman 45 minutes before this happened said you're going to die. Security escorted her out. Now, was it Marilou Danley? Was it a different woman? Who knows? I don't know. And people are like, oh, you can't report on. I'm reporting what people are saying. Not to mention, I'm not a journalist. Everything I say today about this case, I want you to understand I don't know jack. But here's what I do know. The information I have, I can make the best assumptions and the best presumptions than anybody on the planet. So they say this lady was warning people. I say to you, a lot of people do that. People don't want to just let something happen. They want to go, yeah, you've been warned. That's classical serial killer, mass murderer type stuff. And when I say, I'm talking about like not like Jeffrey Dahmer, where he's going out warning gay people, you could be one, you could be my dinner. I'm talking about people that want to do something. They usually say, don't be at the ball game on Thursday. So it's highly likely that this woman did do something like that. If a woman is hanging out with a dude who's planning such an event, it's highly likely that she's as deranged as he is. So we're just making a lot of assumptions. We're no different than seeing friggin' in, are we? They don't have any, when's the last time you got a story from these people and you went, oh man, they gave us all the facts and all the facts were up there. It doesn't happen very often. So why were people, oh my gosh, I don't know. Are you kidding? We were told that she warned everybody, you're all going to die. Marilou Danley. Do I know that definitively? I know what I saw this girl say. And she was convincing to me. But again, there were many people convinced with the Michael Brown situation that the cop had done what they said. But but here's the thing about me. I'm not jumping to a conclusion one way or the other. I just told you in the post, this is what the woman said, and here's the interview, so you don't think it's conjecture. And people are like, Kevin, you have to worry about your reputation in case you report to her. Look, I'm not on Fox. If I was reporting this on Fox, it would be very different. I'm reporting the rumor and innuendo because I think that it's important that you have all of it, including rumor and innuendo. That's how you're going to make the best decision. And I know that may seem people, no, I only want the facts. Bull. Nobody only wants the facts. People want the facts and they want you to give me some sort of reference. Maybe you're a psychologist. You go, that's very normal for people to do that. I believe it is anyway. I talked earlier. I said, consider the planning that went into this, whether this woman knew about it or not. This guy, did he know that this concert was going on? Did he target this particular event? Why did he choose country? You know why? Because a country audience is mostly a white audience. That's why, it lends into the narrative of potentially it's an Islamic deal. And people are like, well, Kevin, there you go. You can't jump to conclusions. Sure you can. You can jump to conclusions and say this fits the profile of a Islamic terrorist attack. You'd be crazy not to think that. And then he goes up, he shoots from on high, which is smart. And ironically, one of the security guys said, we actually kind of loaded people into the kill zone, by accident. More when we get back.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.